Section E, motivation.
There are 4 theories that describe what motivates us. They are the instinct theory, the drive reduction theory, the arousal theory, and the incentive theory.
The instinct theory says we are motivated by fixed behavior patterns that we don't have to learn. For example, we eat when we're hungry. What motivates us humans is a bit more complex than simple instincts.
The drive reduction theory is an updated version of the instinct theory that applies better to humans. It suggests that the discomfort associated with physiological needs, like the need to eat, drink, and go to the bathroom, creates an aroused psychological state that drives the person to reduce the need. So we reduce the need for food by eating. That's why it's called the drive reduction theory. It says that our desire to reduce the drive is what motivates us. People will explore and learn just for the kick they get from it. Mountain climbers love the excitement and stimulation they get from conquering the mountain. We're driven to these behaviors because we like them. They feel good. But they don't serve any obvious physiological need like eating and drinking. Each individual has an optimum level of this type of stimulation that he or she enjoys. If the stimulation gets to be too much, it causes tension, and people will look for ways to reduce the stimulation and get rid of the tension.
Really, I'm guided by the arousal theory, which states that humans will look for ways to increase arousal because they like it.
The incentive theory takes into account the factors that lure us into an aroused state. For instance, when you smell food cooking, you may decide you want some, even though you didn't feel hungry until you smelled the food.
Clothing companies count on us to buy clothes that lure people into an aroused state. Sexy dresses and tight jeans are designed to put the people who look at the wearer in an aroused state.
Abraham Maslow, a humanistic psychologist we'll talk more about later, developed a hierarchy of needs which ranks human needs by how important they are for survival. Like the arousal theory and the incentive theory, Maslow's hierarchy of needs tries to explain what motivates humans. Even though modern psychologists generally think that Maslow's hierarchy is pretty arbitrary and it doesn't always hold up, it shows how some needs take priority over others.
At the base of Maslow's hierarchy are the physiological needs, which are hunger, thirst, and sleep. Maslow thought it would be very hard to pay attention to any other needs until you took care of your physiological needs. Then come safety needs, like a sense of security, stability, and order. Then, once you're fed, rested, and you're in a secure environment, you can attend to belongingness and love needs, like friends, family, and a mate. Next come esteem needs, like achievement and recognition. And finally, self-actualization needs, which is the need to live up to your fullest potential and really kick butt in life. According to Maslow, as you take care of the lower level needs, the higher level needs start to bug you until you satisfy them too.
Section F, emotion.
Emotions are a combination of physiological arousal, expressive behavior, and conscious as well as unconscious experience. In other words, they are a combination of the stimulation you get from what comes in through your senses, how you react to the stimulation, and what you're thinking and feeling at the time.
Here are some of the theories about what makes you feel emotions. The James Lange theory, developed in the 1890s, says you experience emotion after your body responds to some stimulus, and your body's physical response is what causes the emotion. For example, something happens that makes your heart pound, so you feel afraid.
Now, according to the James Lange theory, my heart is pounding because there's a monster after me. My body's response should make me scream and run. Yup, it worked. I'm afraid.
The Cannon-Bard theory proposes that physiological arousal, which is your body's response to a stimulus, occurs at the same time as the feeling of emotion. As your heart starts pounding, you begin feeling scared, and according to this theory, the physical response does not cause the emotional feeling. In other words, it's not just the fact that your heart is pounding that causes you to feel scared.
Now, according to the Cannon-Bard theory, my body is tensing up, I'm starting to feel scared, and my heart is starting to pound all at the same time. So physical response doesn't cause the emotional feeling, according to this view.
But most modern psychologists believe that our memory, our thoughts, the way we interpret situations, all play a factor on how we experience our emotions. So that brings in Schachter's two-factor theory,
which is also known as cognitive labeling. According to this theory, to experience emotion, you have to have a physical response. That's one factor. And you have to be able to recognize and label that response. That's the other factor.
Emotions come from a combination of physiological arousal, expressive behavior, conscious and unconscious experience. There are several theories about how emotions occur. The James Lange theory, which says that you feel emotion after your body responds to a stimulus. The Cannon-Bard theory, which says that emotion occurs at the same time as the body's response to a stimulus. And Schachter's two-factor theory, which says that you have to have a physical response and then you have to be able to recognize and label the response.